I'm ready. Police officers and firefighters from across the state are going to Rumble in Rio this Saturday, so underprivileged kids can have bicycles. Yep. Love hearing that.
That's right. And today's guests are Rumble in Rio President Ricardo Perea, Santa Fe Firefighter Nate Garcia, and Carl Vigil from the Albuquerque Police Department. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, welcome. Great to have you guys. They're not in fight mode just yet, but tell us. Not quite. But tell us about Rumble in Rio and actually all about the charity that it supports.
Well, the Rumble in Rio, this is, like you said, it's our 8th year.
Yes.
And what we're doing is we put on the boxing event to raise money to buy bikes for kids for Christmas.
That's great.
So after 8 years, we've raised about enough money to raise to buy 3,000 bikes for kids so far.
3,000! Oh my goodness. Well, how many officers and firefighters are actually on the fight card?
This year we have 12 fights, so 24 fighters.
Wow.
12 and 12, so it's going to be a fun night.
They're ready to get knocked out. Knocked out for the children. Don't knock out. Yeah, you don't want to hurt each other too bad, right? I mean, you don't want to scare anybody. Does it happen? Is there a real rebellious spirit?
There's a healthy animosity, I guess, between fire and police. You know, there's always competitions about who's better, but ultimately, when it comes down to it, we're out there for the community. And
same team.
Same team.
That's great. Is it men and women, or just
men and women? Yes, we have actually 4 females fighting this year, so 2 female fights going on, and those are always some of the most exciting ones going on.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Wow. Listen, girls, they can punch.
Yes.
She looked right at me when she said that.
No, what we're looking at here, was this last year?
This is probably some of last year's footage.
Okay.
Wow.
That's amazing.
They're going at it.
And they just go at it. They go on for 3 1-minute rounds.
Wow.
And so they just get everything out in those 1 minutes, you know?
3 1-minute rounds.
Yeah.
That's a
so
workout.
As you can see, they wear the headgear. They wear, they're using 16-ounce gloves.
Wow.
We have professional judges, referees, the timekeeper. You know, everything is done professionally to make sure you know, there's no injuries, anything like that. Even though it is a charity event,
yes,
they do go at it. So.
No doubt. Look at this video. I mean, you can tell they're not pulling any punches, so to speak. Now, are you guys? Any of you getting in the ring?
Yeah, these two are. Yeah,
we are.
Oh my goodness, I'm nervous for you. I don't want to mess with your pretty face.
Do you guys have a weight class?
What we do is we try to stick to amateur boxing rules, which is 10 years and 10 pounds within each other.
Okay.
Over the last few years, we try to get all the fighters together as close as we can as far as weight, so there's no real weight advantage.
That's good.
So we've been telling the fighters to stick to a certain weight, and then they get to that, and you know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes it a lot fairer of a fight. So.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
In what ways do you guys train?
I'm training at 150 right now.
Okay.
And for people who don't understand boxing, tell them what that means.
Well, when
he's fast.
When it comes time to weigh in about 2 hours, I have to weigh 150. You really shouldn't weigh any more. You could weigh less, but want to make 150.
But what's the training like for you, though, at that weight class?
It's pretty much the same as it would be for him. Just, I mean, where he might have to cut a little more, I might not. So.
What are you fighting at?
175.
I was going to
say a little bit heavier. Yeah. But I gotta say, after this experience, I have a new respect for fighters, because there's a whole. I've found it's a big difference between being in shape and being in fighting shape.
I bet.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah. And isn't there a lot of mental training that has to go on there too?
It's very tough.
Very.
I started as a youngster. I started out boxing, and then my first match, I didn't like getting hit.
He didn't want to mess up his face.
Yeah, it kind of comes along with boxing. Yeah,
it's tough. A lot of discipline. Those boxers are up early before the sun most of the time, and then training as the sun is setting.
Right, and most of them have been training for a good 5 months. We put out notice to the fighters, so a lot of them have been out running. You know, I don't know how many miles these guys are running. The first 2 years that I fought, you know, I was doing 6-mile runs, boxing training, weightlifting.
Wow.
Dropped about 20 pounds in a couple of months. So it's serious. It's cardiovascular workout is, you know, completely for boxing. So
no kidding.
And so this is the 8th year for the Rumble in Rio. How did it all get started?
So it all started with Jim Franklin and Pete Camacho out of Rio Rancho DPS.
Okay.
Jim Franklin was getting in bikes at the evidence station at Rio Rancho DPS.
Okay.
So he was taking these bikes and they were refurbishing them, but they were only turning out maybe 10 or 15 bikes to kids every year.
Wow.
So Pete kind of brainstormed the whole Rumble in Rio, the boxing event, to raise money to buy brand new bikes and helmets for kids.
Such a good idea.
Unfortunately, Jim passed away from cancer before actually ever seeing the first Rumble. So we named the bike program the Jim Franklin Bike Program, bike giveaway program after him. So
and let's look at that trophy, by the way.
Oh wow!
That's
they have all the names on it. I didn't realize that. That's
our
really
traveling
cool.
trophy. We're keeping track of the wins and losses. Right now, firefighters have 4 wins, no losses, and 3 ties. So we're hoping the police, you know, can pull out a win this year. You know.
I don't know. Is it because those firefighters are just used to climbing up those ladders all the time? They got that cardio thing going?
Ladders and pulling hose and carrying axes and all that stuff. But you know, the police are out there on the streets, you know, battling the bad guys.
That's
so they
true.
get training every day.
Hey, that's the real heroes. The real heroes are our firefighters and our police officers. I say it all the time. We glorify Hollywood people and we glorify actors and everybody else. But that's it. Sorry, no offense to you, actor. But
I play a police officer on TV. No, but you guys are the first responders and true heroes.
Absolutely.
It's an honor to be here with you.
Yeah, it is.
And we all enjoy it. We love our jobs. You know, it's definitely a calling to do.
And I wanted to ask you this because we're talking about the event itself, but after the event, there's a process. So can you just tell us how it's all played out and how the bikes are actually purchased?
Yeah, so once we figure out how much money we make from the event, you know, so come out and support the event, please.
Yes, come on out, guys, come out.
We're shooting for 600 bikes this year.
Okay.
And what we'll do is we do a bike giveaway in Rio Rancho for the Albuquerque, Sandoval County, Bernalillo County area.
Perfect.
We'll do one in Las Cruces, and we'll do one in Santa Fe.
Great.
So of those 3 giveaways, we're hoping to get out 600 bikes this year. So
that'd be so great.
We've been averaging around 400, 500 a year, so we'd like to up it a little bit this year.
We'd love that. Well, let's give our viewers all the details of the Rumble. Let's tell them. Of course, it takes place Saturday, October 22nd, 7 p.m. at the Santa Ana Star Casino, and you can get your tickets at www.startickets.com. And you don't want to miss this, and I want to just wish you guys tons of luck. I'm so impressed by what you're doing, and I hope that you don't damage your pretty faces. We appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Oh, yeah, I'll knock. Can I try this?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to break. Maybe I'll knock him out over the break. You know,
don't call this a comeback.
I've been here for years. We don't monkey around in New Mexico style. Cypress Grill is in our Builder's Source kitchen, and Bananas Foster is on the menu. Okay, maybe we monkey around a little bit.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, I love boxing gloves.